Hello Pisces, it's Haley with Tarot from Beyond, here to provide you with your January 2019 reading. Just wanted to see what the energy is going to be like for you guys this month. If it doesn't resonate, don't make it fit. If it does, I ask that you hit like and subscribe and leave your comments. And as I've been doing on all of my readings, some people have been trying to disrespect my page, okay? Because I want to explain something to you. A lot of readers may not explain this to you. Do you know how many people have paid for a reading and did not provide their correct email address? Then I get the Miller Demon response, okay? And then I have no way of contacting them. They email me a month later saying, hey, what happened? I booked a reading. All you want is my money, da-da-da-da-da. And then I'll go ahead and give them a screenshot of how I tried to contact them. And then I got the Miller Demon response by using the email address that they left for me to use. So I have no way of contacting you if you give me the wrong information. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if I have tried to reach you more than 3 times after you have booked a reading, what do you expect me to do? Oh, but then you want to get on my page saying that all I want is your money. Baby, let me tell you something. Don't disrespect my craft, all right? Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm going to start off with the real. Now, thinking Pisces. Pisces. This reading is for Pisces. I'm serious about my craft, okay? And I want to let you know, I talk to people about a plethora of different things. Sometimes it's more like a counseling session. Sometimes I can pull out these cards and we can get deep into it. It depends on where you are and what kind of questions you're asking for and what it is you want. I mean, do you think that tarot readers have the answer to all of the questions in life? No. Sometimes I wonder what it is that you guys expect. But what we do is offer guidance. We've been there, done that. We kind of know. And we talk to other people on a regular basis. So what makes you think that we're not well versed in what's going on in people's lives and the best way to offer you guys that spiritual guidance? Don't disrespect a light worker. That's all I'm going to ask you to do, because you have no idea how much work we put in for free. All right? And we're going to continue to do it, because that is what we're here to do. All right. Now, I got that out the way, loves. Thank you for listening. Now, Pisces. First card is the Knight of Pentacles. This is a slow-moving energy, okay? This is also a suitor who wants to offer you something, Pisces. Oh, yeah. You've been communicating with an earth sign, possibly. Some of you Pisces. This is relating to you. Now, Spirit is feeling like I feel like maybe some of you may be going through legalities with this person, or Spirit is saying that it's justified that you stay in a relationship with this person. It's being communicated by both of you. I feel like both of you are communicating with each other. But I also feel like this person put you through a situation where you need to be healed from it. I feel that maybe you guys have broken up, because now we're going through this period of like all the exes want to come back and talk. All the exes want to come back and explain themselves. They all want to come back and talk now. They all want to come back, and they know that what they did was wrong in the relationship. They know that whatever they did was not justified, right? And now they're coming to communicate that. If you look at this picture, I mean, I want you to see, they know that the scales were not balanced in the relationship. They know that the scales were not balanced in the relationship. They know that things were not fair, and that hurts you. So you walked away from the destructive, situation, and you came to calmer waters to be healed. You understand what I'm saying? And this represents your subconscious and your consciousness being healed. All right? There's so much more in that picture, but the bottom line is you're looking for healing right now. I feel like this person put you in a situation where you needed healing. I feel like you have a family with this person. Straight up. You have a family with this person. Okay, Pisces? But this person communicates to you in a way that shows how selfish they are. I feel like you're noticing their selfishness, straight up. And it's like you're looking for happiness. This is your major arcana. This is your reading, okay? So you're looking for justice and you're looking for happiness. You know what I mean? Here's another major arcana. So I know that this is a karmic relationship that some of you are dealing with, okay? You guys are getting a lot of those karmic cards. You got 4 major arcanas out of 8. So let me take a look at this and see what I'm seeing. I feel like you guys, for those of you who have families with this person, I feel like obviously you're gonna reconsider things due to the fact that you have children and it's not just you or that person. There are other people being affected, you know, by the choices that you guys are making as a couple. So if you have children, obviously if this person is trying to communicate a reconciliation, or I feel like some of you may be going through mediation too. You guys could, this could mean 2 different things. This could mean either you guys are going through like court proceedings to make sure that you get the justice that you deserve out of this relationship. Because the Knight of Pentacles, I mean, if you look at this card, I mean, he's sitting there looking to plant that pentacle in somebody else's dirt. Why in the fuck can he put that pentacle in his own dirt and tell you to come to his house? You know what I'm saying? Like, why he got to go to your shit and try to plant a pentacle in your garden as if pentacles grow shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this field right here is obvious. Like, he wants to plant it, you know, in your fertile grounds to see what he can get out of you. And he's being slow and methodical about it. This card represents being methodical. And this person's being maybe crafty with regards to maybe how the relationship is ending. And because this card represents selfishness and greed and holding on tight. Holding on tight. So this person is holding on tight to what they have. And I feel like that's why they're being methodical if some of you are dealing with court issues. Okay? This person does not want to come out the pocket because you guys have children together and because you guys ended the relationship. And I feel like you want justice as well. And you feel like if you get justice, that will be the source of your happiness. But I want you to understand the source of your happiness is you, regardless of how things turn out. And I know how hard that is. And I know how it is to be happy regardless of what happens. Judgment means something has to end in order for something to begin. Let me get a clarifier on that. This means commitment. Something has to end in order for something to begin. Either commitment or your way of thinking, your indoctrination. That's what has to change. This is what has to end. Your way of thinking or their way of thinking. This could be vice versa. Okay? So your way of thinking has to change in order for things to get better, or their way of thinking has to change in order for things to get better. Okay? Because they're committed to a thought process that's not working, that required healing. It required healing. So if it requires healing, then clearly you know that, you know, it wasn't good if it required healing. So many of you are now taking a spiritual path because ending this relationship, you know, really did throw you for a spiritual loop, you know? It threw you for a spiritual loop. And usually these are the things that trigger a spiritual awakening. When you go through something intense, like a divorce or something of that nature. When I see these 2 cards like this, that's exactly what I'm getting, divorce. You know, justice because the scales were not balanced in the commitment, you know? And I feel like there's a lot of talk going on around this and about this, you know? So spiritually, you know, you're trying to balance yourself out, you know, and say, like, what part of this makes sense? This is definitely karmic. The relationship that you're in with this person, it's karmic. There was a lesson to be learned in this particular situation. A lesson. A lot of the same cards are popping up for each zodiac. Same energy, I see. Okay. So this King of Swords, this could be you or the other person's energy. The King of Swords really and truly does not play. They're full of, it's all about thought, and it's all about rationale, and it's all about, you know, um, communication, thought process, things of that nature. I'm not seeing a whole lot of love here, but what I am seeing is a whole lot of somebody trying to be crafty and cut out what they don't want to deal with and things of that nature. And I feel like some of you may be dealing with a divorce and the other person is being a real ass throughout the process, truth be told. And I feel like and then here you are having to be nurturing to the family while this other party is over here like totally trying to be selfish and distance themselves from what was once a really healthy, loving relationship. But this also indicates that new love is on its way for you as well. When there's an ending, there's always a beginning. Yeah, because this represents an ending. This is the very last of the bullshit that you're going to endure or deal with. I mean, this is like backstabbing to the 10th degree. I mean, how many more of those swords can you take in your back? How many more times can you been backstabbed? I feel like a lot of you guys have tallied up and kept score. And I know that, you know, in that good book, it says love does not keep score. But I mean, you know, that sounds good on paper, you know what I mean? But in real life, you do keep score, and you're like, wait a minute, hold up. I've been taking the kids to school for this amount of time. I've been buying the kids clothes for this amount of time. I've been the one sitting here taking care of these kids all the damn time. So therefore, where are you at? Where's your contribution in this relationship, or what's going on? Like, you felt backstabbed by this person for so long to the point where it's like, you're like, I want a new love. And I feel like a lot of you I'm talking to divorced Pisces, a lot of Pisces that actually are going through the divorce process. And I feel like this person is looking at you pretty pissed off because you have probably found a new love or will be finding a new love. And when you do, this person's not going to be happy about it. This person's facing, you know, this person who's been betrayed. It's like this person feels almost kind of like justified for doing it. It's like they're looking at it like, yeah, okay, I backstabbed you, and like that's the vibe I got. So I'm gonna pull an oracle card to see what the energy is at this point and what could possibly come after all of that. Let me see. Indecision. Indecision. You got indecision. And given that this is a new deck, I'm going to read that to you, my Pisces. Indecision. That's a number 8. 8 is a number of prosperity, by the way. So if some of you are going through a divorce and you're wondering how it's going to fan out for you, if you're watching this video, I don't care if both of you are in Aquarius. If you're watching this video, this applies to you. This card marks the presence of 2 or more possible choices in your life. It shows you anxiously looking at 2 rows, wondering which would be the best choice. Yet you're standing still, feeling confused by the up and down emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy, all the while feeling your focus and your life force energy draining away. This indecision creates a paralysis of will, one that can keep you stuck while you're waiting to be certain about the results of your choice. It's time to let go of the analysis and self-doubt and that have been keeping you stuck. Meditate on your options and see where your spirit guides you. Consider which direction resonates with you most, both in the process and in the goal. Follow your heart and make the honoring choice. So you're being told to use your intuition with regards to how you want to go about this. I feel like part of you feels like you still love this person and wants to be with them, even though this person backstabbed you in so many ways, shapes, and forms. I feel like maybe you may have given this person a dose of their own medicine as well throughout the process. I do. I mean, it's only natural sometimes when somebody comes at you fucked up and they keep on putting those swords in your back. What do you expect? But the funny part is that, you know, I feel like you both still love each other. I do. I feel like you both still love each other. And both of you are just indecisive as hell if you want to stay together or what's going to happen. If you're dealing with legalities, that's even worse because it's almost kind of like, you know, so much has transpired at this point. If you guys choose to reconcile after all that crazy ass energy those last 3 months of last year, I mean, getting back together, it's almost kind of like everybody sat and watched you guys go through this emotional breakup and it was all messy and hairy and everybody's got something to say about it. Now for you guys to get back together, everybody would be like, well, that was stupid. Why'd you guys go through this and that and that and this? It's hard to get past what everybody and their mama got to say when you're over here trying to figure out, you know, what you're going to do as a couple when everybody and their mama got something to say. You know what I mean? Like in relationships, yeah, things sometimes can get really hairy. Sometimes things can get really messy. Sometimes, yes, you need to walk the hell away. And sometimes after you get into a big blowout and you step away from each other for a certain amount of time, you really do realize that you actually do love each other because you guys have been apart for a while. And maybe it takes being apart for a while for you guys to understand if you love this person or not. So what I'm getting, Pisces, is this. I'm getting that some of you guys broke up because you guys were stabbing each other in the back to some degree. I feel like one person would do one thing, the other person would do something else. One person would do one thing, then that person would do something else. And you guys would just play tit for tat, okay? But it's like you love each other, okay? And you guys want to hold tight to the love that you have for each other. But I recommend that you guys like really focus on what is love. Is love backstabby? Is love like this? Is love like this? Does love result in that? And that's why you guys are indecisive. You're like, I love this person, but this person keeps putting me in fucked up positions. You know what I mean? So I'm indecisive with how I want to move forward. That's what I'm getting from this reading. So you're checking your spirit. You're checking your intuition. You're using your intuition. And that's what this is saying. This is saying use your intuition. If you're indecisive, use your intuition with regards to what you should do in this relationship. Sometimes you have to accept the answer that your intuition gives you. If your intuition tells you don't go back to that person, I don't care how hard it is for you. I don't care if your money's tight. I don't care if things are going all bad or whatever the case. Don't let that person back into your life because this person is just too bossy. This person is too bossy, or this person is, you know, is just too selfish, or whatever the case. So let's do one more round and see what else is going on here before I close you out, Pisces. Okay, so the world. This is another very this could mean closure. This could mean that the relationship is over. Closure. But let's see what the surrounding cards represent. Yeah, I feel like it's going to lead to singlehood, and I feel like you're going to make the decision that you're going to focus on your own self-mastery and your own independence. Okay? And you're going to have suitors. You're going to have suitors in a minute, Pisces. I don't get the sense that you're going to be single very long. And I feel like this energy actually belongs to the individual that is going to realize that you are a good catch, that you are a good person, and that there is no reason why you should be single. And I bet you anything, this new love right here, like I said, somebody going to be sad about it. Somebody gonna be sad about the fact that your ass done fell in love with somebody else because they didn't take the opportunity to treat you right when they had it. And it's gonna be with an emperor type figure, possibly a fire sign. Because right now you're holding the Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay? Anybody would love, you know, an emperor. Trust me. And that is exactly who you're going to get with next. And the other person's going to be full of anxiety. And I feel like you're full of anxiety as well. I feel like this is both of you guys' energy. I feel like you guys are mirroring each other, seriously. You know? But you're ready to cut off any and all bullshit. You know? And you're facing this King of Wands. I feel like some of you are dealing with a fire sign. Definitely a fire sign. A fire sign or an air sign. Okay, so I think you're either dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But to close you out, baby, you really ain't got nothing to worry about, because here's the Ten of Pentacles. This person and somebody new is looking at you as the Ten of Pentacles. Now, I want you to check this out. You got these two. You take that single approach and you focus on your self-mastery and focus on making your own money. I promise you, not only are you going to make your own money, you're also going to look mad appealing to a lot of other people. Why? Because you're taking care of your business. You're handling your business. You've learned what you've learned from your past relationship. And now you're ready to go ahead and like move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like you were brave enough to go ahead and say, I'm going to be single. It's all good. I'm not going to make any fear-based decisions. And, you know, last card is the Ten of Pentacles. You know? And you're cutting off anything that's not the Ten of Pentacles. It came like this. You're cutting off anything that is not the Ten of Pentacles. You got your sword out for anything that is not the Ten of Pentacles. So, in closing you out, love, looks like, you know, you're being acknowledged by the ethereal for the way that you've handled business up to this point, Pisces. You know, I feel like this person that you were with possibly behaved this way because in love relationships, this person probably was stolen from. This person probably experienced like the worst of the worst. And as a result, you know what I mean? They don't, you know, they don't know how to get into love relationships and treat them right, because they feel like the last person that they were with is the definition of all people that they were with. And so it can easily turn things into, you know, a damaged situation from the get-go if this person doesn't go into the relationship giving you their all. And I feel like they didn't give you their all in the relationship. I'm gonna see what the next, third party situations in this case. Yeah, when see, this definitely does not mean celebration when you get the Seven of Swords and this 5 of Wands. I mean, you see fighting and you see stealing. Fighting and stealing in the middle of this 3 of Cups. This person wasn't being faithful, straight up. So you're indecisive if you want to let this person come back, because this person probably wants to come back, but you're like, I'm indecisive. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. That's where the indecision comes in, and that's also why this card popped up too, the Knight of Wands. Okay, this could be another. This is the suitor that wants to come back to you as this independent individual who ended a relationship. It's the last person that you dealt with. It's the last person that you fucked with. They want to come back. They want to come back. But guess what? They don't know how to be in relationships. And they are regretful that they lost you. But if they were to get, and they do see you as like the Ten of Pentacles. They do see you as like somebody that they want to be with. They do. They see you as somebody. Look at the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. They see you as the person that they want to be with. But the truth is, you'd be surprised at how many people get into relationships and they love to have the wife and the kids and the house and the picket fence and all that shit. But they like the idea of having all that shit, but they don't like the work that it takes, you know, to actually maintain that life. They don't want to put in the work to maintain that. All right? And that's why you're indecisive, because you're serious, you're ready, you're a grown up. 8 is the number of abundance, baby. It's the number of abundance. I'm trying to take off the glare, but it's indecision. You're indecisive. You don't know if you want to get in this relationship with this person or not. And this person is probably trying to get back with you. So I'm going to name this one Indecisive. I don't make people's choices for them. I just show them what's on the table. I just feel like whomever this person is that you were dealing with before is just ill-equipped to be in an intense situation like this, an intense family situation. That's why you're indecisive. You know what I'm saying? You're indecisive. All right. So, for those of you looking for a personal reading, for those of you who want to know exactly what your situation is, depending on, you know, when you get on the phone with me, I'm going to let you know straight up. When you get on the phone with me, you know, we either going to have a counseling session, depending on if you want to have some spiritual conversations, we can do that as well. Or I can pull out the cards and we can just bust out like that. It depends. You know, I get on the phone with several different people. Sometimes people book a reading, they don't even know what they want to know. You know what I mean? I can go through the whole 78 card spread, you know, and tell you what's going on. And I've had several people say, yeah, and act like it wasn't a big thing. And then a week later, they send me an email saying, yeah, now I get what you were saying. Yeah, now everything that you said would happen is happening. People been disrespecting my page, trying to make it look like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And I'm going to tell you right now, you don't disrespect my page. You will be blocked. Thank you very much. Straight up. With that being said, my Pisces, I love you, honeys. I get that we're going through a really difficult period right now, but I'm telling you right now, here are the 3 things that we are learning right now. Acceptance, tolerance, and self-love. Acceptance, tolerance, self-love, and forgiveness. How about that? Acceptance of what it is, whatever it is. Acceptance. We have to accept it before we can move on. Okay? Tolerance for other people's bullshit in relationships, because no matter who you get with, there's a certain amount of bullshit you're going to deal with. Okay? Self-love, we're learning that as well. Because sometimes some of the relationships that we're in, we are going to walk away from for good, because we realize that we were not displaying any self-love. Otherwise, we never would have got into a relationship with somebody who's as selfish as all fuck out, does not want to contribute to the household, and like always wants to keep their bank account into consideration, you know, instead of putting the kids and wifey or husbandy, you know, first. It's like their bank account and then everything else matters. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know, fucking around outside of the household. Right here. I mean, you see these 2 cards together. We already know that's the player card that's running in and out in this third party situation. And it popped up right on top of each other. You know? That is stealing. That is stealing. That's stealing a person's self-esteem. That's stealing a person's self-worth when you do shit like that. And you have nothing to look forward to when you do that, except for some fucking conflict. Of course you're going to get conflict if a person's going to be sitting and cheating. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you went through your period of sadness, but I have a feeling now it's their turn. Because I have a feeling that you, Pisces, got some new love coming in, or maybe you have already fallen in love with somebody else. If it hasn't already happened, it's gonna happen. This could also mean that you've been stolen away from this person as well. Stolen away from this person that you're thinking about, and this person's thinking about you. You know what I mean? And you probably think of this person from time to time, and you might have your reservations with the new love that you're in right now too, because of what you experienced in your last relationship. Well, all I can tell you is don't let your last relationship be the determining factor of how you go into this new relationship that you're in, for those of you who have found somebody else. And for those of you who are dealing with somebody who cheated on you and busted a real foul move or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You have to accept the fact that this person's behavior is this person's behavior. You cannot dictate how a person's going to act or be. And truth be told, you can't even be mad at them, because all they're doing is being how they are. That's all you can do. You can't get mad at a person for being who the fuck they are. Period. That's how the fuck they are. So I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. And again, I don't make people's choices, but I feel as though somebody's behavior has been victorious in this situation, and I think that it's yours, my Pisces, because it wouldn't have popped up. I feel like you were nurturing your family throughout this entire situation. That's what makes you the boss, truth be told. I feel like this is your energy. You bossing up on the situation and saying, okay, I dealt with a pretty difficult situation, but I'm a boss up right now. I'm going to turn into the emperor. Even though the emperor is a male, this applies to females as well. I feel like you bossed up on the situation and said, okay, regardless of what you do to try to fuck up this family, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it together in all areas. It may be difficult, but I'm doing it, you know? All right, loves, and you're just indecisive with regards to how much you're going to let this person be a part of your life. If you have children together or not, or be in your life, period. You're just indecisive. But you're being told to use your intuition, all right? Use your intuition. What do your inside parts tell you? What does your heart tell you with regards to how to deal with this situation? See, when I get this like this, I mean, come on. Come on. Clearly, I'm talking to my Pisces who have been, who have dealt with third-party situations. Third-party situations. This represents secrets, and it also represents spirituality, secrets, heightened intuition. Your intuition lets you know that this person was having third-party situations. You may not have any concrete proof, but the fact that this person runs in and out the door all the damn time, and the fact that your intuition is telling you that this person is having third-party situations, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get to a point where you're like, yo, you have backstabbed me for the last time and I'm out. And I feel like it's just going to be that simple. All right, loves. Great thing is, best part is, you end up with the family, though. You get to keep your family. This person goes ahead and they go off on their own damn thing. And I'm telling you, what's going to end up happening is they're going to feel stupid as hell. And they're going to feel bad, straight up. I said it just like that. Yep. Because you're going to get a new love, baby. Life is going to move on for you, honey. They're just going to keep on meeting these, like, bum people, straight up, that put up with that bum bullshit. Yeah. So, all right, trying to come up with a title for this one, but I guess I'll name it Indecisive, because to some degree it looks like you still may have to deal with this person. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, you're probably indecisive with regards to how often you're going to deal with this person. All right, loves. If you're interested in a private reading, I've gotten my readings down pretty good, so there's not a very long wait time. If I have not completed your reading, please send me an email. I have tried to reach you on several occasions, love.